Coming up on today's episode of Airborne-Unlimited, F-35 takes Flak from GAO. Blue Origin flies second-generation vehicle. Gogo has a great week. Welcome to Airborne Unlimited. I'm your host, Holland Lee. Let's get into today's stories. F-35 takes Flak from GAO. Further studies from the U.S. Government Accountability Office, GAO, have determined that after 6 years and over $12 billion in investments, the F-35 Lightning stealth fighter is still not combat ready. This raises concerns regarding the fifth-gen jet's ability to anchor American air superiority. As a part of a tactical aviation readiness report, the GAO tracked how closely U.S. aircraft were meeting their intended mission-capable rates from 2018 to 2023. This so-called mission-capable rate is a percentage of the, quote, total time when the aircraft can fly and perform at least one mission, end quote, and is, quote, used to assess the health and readiness of an aircraft fleet, end quote. In its analysis, the GAO determined that the Air Force's F-35A did not meet its mission-capable goals in any of the years we reviewed. It also reported that the F-35B and F-35C variants failed to perform up to standards during the entire 6-year period. This means that the $12 billion used on maintenance and development efforts is still not producing favorable results. The majority of the funding, $7.46 billion, was used on the Air Force fleet, with $2.75 billion directed to the Marines, and the last $1.87 billion for the Navy. The F-35 isn't alone. The F-22 Raptor, EA-18G Growler, FA-18A through D Hornets, AV-8B Harrier, and F-15E Strike Eagle also didn't meet expectations for all 6 years. After the break, Chuck Coleman lost in Airshow accident.
Well, hello, fellow pilot. I'm John King.
And I'm Martha King.
You know, we've all had our flying lives disrupted lately.
Well, King Schools is here to help you stay up to date with courses that you can access on your desktop, iPad, or iPhone. If you'd like a refresher or just want to expand your aviation horizons, we have a course for you.
So head over to kingschools.com/rusty today for details.
Looking for a new generation of proven and efficient aviation power plants that boast modern engineering, electronic ignition, and both direct and gear drive systems? With 100 horsepower to 240 horsepower, the Skyline and Redline engines offer uncommon value in an overpriced industry. Whether you are looking for fixed wing or rotor, MW Fly Americas has been established to service the American market with dedication and expertise. MWFlyAmericas.com.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some shorter stories. Chuck Coleman lost in accident at Las Cruces Air and Space Expo. Spectators at the second annual Las Cruces Air and Space Expo were shocked and stunned into silence after watching renowned stunt pilot Charles T. Chuck Coleman impact the ground during his routine on October 20th. Chuck Coleman was an aerospace engineer, test pilot, flight instructor, and airshow pilot with more than 10,000 hours total flight time and over 4,000 hours in the extra 300L he was flying in the show. He performed in hundreds of air shows and flew the chase plane for Burt Rutan's Spaceship One. Airbus demonstrates autonomous UH-72 capabilities. Airbus Space and Defense recently demonstrated the cargo storage capabilities of its uncrewed UH-72 Lakota transportation helicopter variant. The tests ensured that the additional body space could accommodate standard-sized U.S. Marine Corps equipment. The autonomous Lakota, dubbed the UH-72 Logistics Connector, is Airbus's submission for the Marines' Aerial Logistics Connector program. The project aims to improve military support for high-intensity conflict missions in various environments. Naval Air Systems Command granted Airbus U.S. Space and Defense a contract based on the unmanned Lakota concept in May 2024. Honeywell unveils new maintenance solution at NBAA base. Honeywell unveiled its new Honeywell Ensemble technology on the first day of NBAA base. The technology aims to serve as an end-to-end maintenance solution for business jet engines. The software will be offered through Honeywell's Propulsion Maintenance Service Plan. It downloads and transmits nearly real-time engine health information to help crew members detect and address potential issues before they impact the safety of a flight. This data is paired with engine build and maintenance records for a soon-to-be digital engine logbook. NBAA issues statement on FAA rule for powered lift category. NBAA, in a statement released at its 2024 NBAA base, welcomed the FAA's release of a special federal aviation regulation establishing safe and efficient integration of advanced air mobility aircraft into the national airspace system. FAA Administrator Michael Whitaker announced the SFAR during his keynote address at NBAA base in Las Vegas. Whitaker said the SFAR will be a key to making AAM flights reality and charting the path forward with the new powered lift category, the first new category of aircraft in 80 years. That's it for today's trip around the patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. Blue Origin flies second-generation vehicle. After a number of delays, Blue Origin's 27th mission debuted the second human-rated vehicle for the new Shepard program, enabling expanded flight capacity to better meet what they claim to be growing customer demand. The new crew capsule is named RSS Carmen Line. The vehicle features technology upgrades to improve the vehicle's performance and reusability, an updated livery, and accommodations for payloads on the booster. New Shepard remains one of the most sustainable rockets ever to fly to space. Nearly 99% of New Shepard's dry mass is reused, including the booster, capsule, engine, landing gear, and parachutes. Phil Joyce, SVP of New Shepard, said, quote, "We look forward to welcoming crew on board RSS Carmen Line soon and offering the New Shepard flight experience to people across the world from all backgrounds. On every New Shepard mission, we've witnessed people return to Earth changed by this experience and with a renewed sense of commitment to preserve our planet." The flight carried 5 payloads on the booster and 7 inside the crew capsule, including tens of thousands of postcards flying as part of the Club for the Future's Postcards to Space program. Each postcard will be returned to its creator, stamped "Flown to Space." After these messages, Gogo has a great week.
For over 30 years, the massive Sport Plane Resource Guide has provided expert, credible information, evaluations, and critical analysis of all that the sport aviation world has to offer. The all-new digital Sport Plane Resource Guide is coming with extensive multimedia features that are constantly updated, an even more comprehensive online guide to all things sport aviation. Available soon. www.sportplane.com.
I grew up in an aviation family. My dad flew airplanes and flew air shows actually, so ever since I was 3 years old, the only thing I've ever wanted to do was be an air show pilot. It's cliche, but I get to live my dream every single day. I'm currently using the Hartzell Talon, the new aerobatic propeller. It's increased the performance of the airplane. It's made the harmonics balance throughout the airplane so much better. By far the best aerobatic propeller that I've ever flown behind.
The legendary BD-4C program is building an exciting future for those who want a rugged 4-seat family flyer with a proven history. The SureWings program produces a complete kit and builder assist program that gives you everything you need to be flying a BD-4CS in record time. For conventional kit builders, BD Aviation has parts, partial kits, and full kits for the 190-mile-per-hour BD-4C that has logged thousands of hours. Visit surewings.com and bdaviation.com for more details.
Welcome back. Gogo has a great week. The Gogo gang has had some interesting times of late. After announcing their acquisition of Satcom Direct, this week Gogo struck deals with Textron for a number of the Citation line, and then took on another gig with Wheels Up, who will be installing their systems in short order.
You made a lot of news this week, you made a lot of news recently. Give me your catch-up right now on all things Gogo.
We announced a couple weeks ago, obviously, that we're going to be doing an acquisition of Satcom Direct, and so that has been probably the most impactful news that we've had in quite some time, and I think that it's really brings together the two leaders in business aviation, in-flight connectivity, and I think that what we're going to find is that what they've done so well and what we've done so well is just going to merge together, and I think it's going to be a really complementary deal across the board. They've got an international sales organization that is really going to help us accelerate our growth and our expansion of Gogo Galileo once we get that going. And we announced an agreement with Textron where we're going to be a factory option on 3 of their aircraft. You know, that's an incredibly meaningful piece of news for us. But to have that as an option out of the factory just shows the strength of the relationship that we have with them and the faith that they have in our ability to be able to deliver. So that was a meaningful one. And then yesterday we also announced an agreement with Wheels Up where they're going to be outfitting new aircraft that come into their fleet. That's a very meaningful announcement for us as well. I mean, I think that something like 80 HDX systems are going to be installed coming. So yeah, there's been a lot of really positive things that have come out of this show so far.
And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne, and don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching.